would think this would wear off by now. It's 10 degrees.
Okay. So we're going to start with this. We're going to use the warm-up as an example. So P is my sample space. It's everything I'm taking it from. Okay? And in P, I'm using all the numbers.
I didn't get one of those.
I'm using all the numbers from -1 to -20. A only stands for multiples of 2. B stands for multiples of 3.
Why?
And in between, you guys see that? Not at all.
Nope. No, sir.
Okay. Multiples of 2, multiples of 3, and in the middle is both. Okay, so let's talk about where they just go. Where would -1 go? Would it go in A, B, both, or neither?
B.
-1?
Neither.
Okay, so I'm going to just put it up here.
Put it where? Where the P's in the box.
In the box. -2 would go under multiples of 2. -3 would be multiples of 3. -4, multiples of 2.
-5 is out there in the box.
-5 is out here in the box, right?
Yes.
-6 would be
2.
both.
Oh, shoot, you right.
-7 is out here. Be nice to each other. -8 is a multiple of 2. -9 would be a multiple of 3. -10, a multiple of 2. -11 would be out here. -12 would be
Oh.
both.
What number?
20.
-13 is out here. -14 is a multiple of 2. -15 is a multiple of 3. -16 is over here in multiples of 2. -17 is out here, right? -18 is both. -19 is out here. And -20 is a multiple of 2. Okay. So this is my Venn diagram. We've got, you guys have to pay attention. You guys can't be on your phones right now. You've got to be focused on this. You've got to write this down. Okay? So, A is my multiples of 2. I've got -2, -4, -8, -10, -14, -16, -20.
Right.
I also have -6, -12, and -18, but they are both. Under multiples of 3, I have -3, -9, -15, but also -6, -12, -18, because it's both. And then on the outside, because it includes in my sample space everything from -1 to -20, I've got -1, -5, -7, -11, -13, -17, and -19. Okay? So, we are going to go over questions. I'm going to ask you questions about this, so you've got to make sure you have this down. Okay? Because now we're going to answer some questions about different things. Okay.
Why's it got to be negative?
It was just a good example because that was what I had for the warm-up. Okay. So, we are now going to talk about I'm going to ask you which numbers are included in certain regions. Okay? So I'm going to get out a separate piece of paper. I recommend you do as well. Okay.
Hey, Don, can you give me a piece of paper, please?
All right.
Oh, my smart definitely can't see that. That makes my vision more like that hurts my head.
Okay. So we're going to start with some, there's some notations you need to know. Okay? So when I say not A, oftentimes I'll just have the letter A with a line over the top. Okay? So this is something that you'll need to know. All right. So what numbers are included in not A?
-3, -9, -15,
we still going off the warm-up question?
Yep, we're looking at this diagram right here.
Slow down, wait a minute.
Shh, stop. You're doing great, but stop. Okay. So, not A. So, not anything in this circle. So, we're going to list everything else.
So does
We've
the
got
middle count?
-3, -9, -15. We cannot count the middle. Okay? Because that is included in circle A.
What is the
But
line
we
of
also need to include this P space. So that's -1, -5, -7, -11, -13, -17, and -19.
What is the line over the other A?
That means not A. These are the same thing. So in the future, I'll just say A with a line over it, and I mean not A. This is something you need to know. Okay? So I'm going to put a little notation at the end here. I'm going to say everything in P and B that doesn't include A. Okay, this is just my little note to myself. Okay, you ready for the next one?
Wait.
Okay, for number 2, we're going to say A and B. And this is going to now be written as A, this upside down U, B. So that is a notation you need to know. Okay, what numbers are in A and B?
-6,
Only the stuff in the middle, only where they overlap. Three. Not B. What numbers are included in not B? And this is everything in P and A that does not include B. And I know it's a pain in the butt to write all these numbers, but I'm telling you, like, this is a good example that you can use. You have, like, a concrete example, okay? It's going to help in the future. All right, now we're going to get really weird.
Wait, don't move it.
Okay, I'm going to cap it. A or B, which the notation for that is A, like a U, B. Okay. A or B. What do you think that means?
Either A or B.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, all the ones that.
Everything that's A, both A and B.
So that's -2, -4, -8, -10, -14, -16, -20. It does mean -3, -9, -15. It also means both. -6, -12, -18. I know it feels like it says or, so it shouldn't include the middle, but it does. It's everything, but not P. Everything in the circles. Okay? All right. Any questions about 4 before we move on? Because I think that's the most confusing one so far.
Yeah, that's easy.
Okay, here's 5. Not A or B. So this is written not A
So it's on the outside.
or, be careful, B.
So it's like the -1, -5.
So think about it. It can't be A. Can't be anything in A.
So it's the -1, -5, -7.
So it can be -3, -9, -15, but it can also be,
Wait, how can it be -3 if it says not A or B?
it doesn't say not A or B. It says not A, but could be.
It says
B.
or B. Not A or B. What?
What?
See
doesn't
how
make
it
any
says
sense.
not A?
Or B.
But there's not a not over the B.
It could be B.
It could be B.
When there's
But
That's so
it
stupid.
says, I know, I told you it was going to get weird. Okay, so it's not A, but it could be B. But that also means it could be all the other
So
ones.
why should you say not A but B?
But it's not A or but B. It's not A, but could be B,
So,
or it could be anything in P.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay, so all we know is it can't be A. That's it.
But that is weird. Whatever. Okay, so
It says
I'm
not
I'm
A.
not gonna get it.
Calm down.
Why does it say not A or B?
It doesn't say not A or B. It
does
says
say
not A.
It does
But
say
it could
that.
be B.
But-
that's actually exactly what it says.
It says, see how I put parentheses around the A?
Yes.
That's the only one that's not.
But then if you took that out,
You should
then
put a
the by
comma.
itself, because
You
there's
should put a
parentheses, it'd say not B. You should
Okay.
put a comma.
B or not A.
Yes.
It will not be written like that though. So,
That's stupid. Whoever came up with this is dumb
But it's not.
and is retarded.
whenever you see a line on top of it, it's not.
Probably does.
A, not
Whoever
A,
made this up
but
hates
B.
children.
When are we ever going to use this?
all the time.
All the
What?
time. What?
Driving down the
You're
road.
such a boost.
What do you mean all the time?
Whenever, so this probability and stuff like this and sample space and statistics, you're going to use all the time. Any kind of article that you read where it says we are including these people but not these people, whenever you're looking at statistics, they will talk about stuff like this. Any scientific journal.
What does
So
that say?
you will see this more often than you will see logarithms. Okay, so it's important that you know this.
Did you just cut
Yes.
that part?
If I promise not to read any scientific journals, can I
Yeah,
just
no,
get
you
paid
still
for
have
this
to do that.
class?
No.
What
Okay.
does it say? What does it say after -11?
Negative 17, negative 19.
Kinda
Okay.
looks like a T.
Number 6. Not A or B. Nope.
You just said.
So
is it P?
So then it could be either
See
one.
how it's written? It can't be A, it can't be B.
Well, is there one that cannot be B but can be A?
What?
Watch that.
Everything is B.
This is a joke. This stuff is a joke.
Okay.
Go back to like.
Let's go back. Let's go back to parentheses.
I promise.
This is just not for A, but yes for B. This is parentheses around both of them. So it means not for either.
So is it gonna be written?
Yes.
Okay.
I wouldn't do this to you just to mess with your head, I promise.
No, this is a joke. Is that a V or a U?
That's a U.
That's a U right there.
This is
Okay. 7. Not A and B. So not A and B.
So it's neither not A.
So
Stuff on the outside?
So it's just the stuff on the.
You know what?
it's not A, so it and B. So it has to be B. So this is
I promise you I'm gonna cry.
-3, -9, -15. So what if I written it the other way?
What other
B and not A.
This doesn't make sense. This does put
You know it
B,
doesn't.
but
If you
not
would've
A.
put B and not A, that would've been so much more sense.
I know, but it won't be written that way. So you have to think of it like that.
Why won't it be written
This is
way?
how probability logic is written, and I want you to not like. I don't want it to show you something that it's not going to be like that in the future. Okay. 8. Not A and B.
Maya.
I got a question.
So that means it has to be.
I missed something. Oh, because of the backwards U, that's why.
So be careful about this. Yes.
In number 7, that's
Yes.
why it's only those 3.
Why is it backwards?
I wouldn't say it was backwards. I would say it was upside down. But whatever.
Why can't you say it's an N?
Okay, we can call it an N. All right. This one is tricky. Number 8 is tricky too.
Really? That's
It's
such an
not
ugly-
A and B, which means it's what?
B. B and A.
A, B, P. It's just not the union of A and B.
I give up.
Wait a
It's
minute.
everything else.
You just said
I
it's
give
not
up.
A and B though.
Right, it's not A and B. It's just not both.
I just
It's just not both.
This is the dumbest.
Is this gonna be on the SAT?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Are you serious? Yeah, it is. She's very serious.
Serious.
Oh, hold on. I didn't start writing them. Wait.
Wait, stop.
Wait,
stop,
slow
stop,
down.
stop, stop, stop.
What? We stressed.
Okay, with 8, want me to do 8 again?
Miss Murphy, I got a question.
Yes,
What's the
sir.
difference between the upside down U and the regular?
Not or.
Not
And?
or.
And is like this. Or is like this.
And it's like an
And? Or. That's what they mean.
I don't know. Like and then.
You're funny, Maya.
Think of and as an N.
Well, I know I get the and or part, but what does that do to?
And means it has to be both things.
My head hurts.
Or means it could be either or.
I think me and Abby.
Yeah. Ow.
Wait,
Did
did you
you
explain
the
the
Oh my god.
Yes, I can explain 8 again. So I don't want to put it under the almost because people are writing it down. It means it can't be A and B.
So
Everything
it
else.
can't be the middle. Okay, that makes more sense.
I'm done stressing over school.
Okay,
It doesn't
all
happen,
it
it
means
doesn't
is just
happen.
not the middle.
We should all not.
If I fail, I fail.
Abby, calm down.
I'll be good.
I started to say this or everything we do.
I know. We really do. Nobody believes you anymore, Abby, because you say this. Every time we
You
learn
always
something new.
pass
Ever.
every single time.
Yes.
No. Do you want to know what my grade is in here right
Nope. I want to
Oh,
move on to the
shit.
next.
Passing. You're passing.
It's past. Wait, no. Why'd you put
That's
it?
good.
I have. It's not good enough.
Wait.
I'm not gonna remember to check my grades anymore.
I gotta go do more stuff.
My head, I'm constipated.
Abby. It's not the Abby show.
I haven't done it.
Why not?
It sure is the Miss Murphy show.
It's the stress us out show.
Would you not have me cry over here?
Huh?
Never mind.
No, I do not want you to cry. I do want you to move on.
Make my headache even worse. Come on, that's what I want.
Okay, moving on. Turn your paper over. Turn that big Venn diagram over.
Oh no.
Okay. So, we're given that A is the set of all points contained in the bold circle. B is the set of all points contained or within the other circle. P is the set of all points contained on or within the rectangle. We're going to shade the following relationships with respect to sets of points contained in P. Okay? So, number 1 is not A. So what am I going to shade?
B and
B.
B. Can I shade the union between them?
No.
No, and P.
Oh, I think I just got it.
Yeah.
I think I just
It's
understood
not
it.
A, so it can't be anything inside A.
Miss Murphy, I think I just understood it.
Good.
No, these the easy ones.
Okay.
Oh crap! I did the wrong
All right.
She just start out with
Get it together.
We need, like,
So
2 days.
Kyle, sometimes that helps, sometimes it doesn't.
So do you shade P?
Okay. Yes. P is shaded as well. Okay. So A and B, the middle.
You can't. So you can't shade A. You don't shade A.
No, because it's not A or B, it's A and B.
Okay.
All of A and P.
Not P.
So A.
All right. Number 3, not B. It's all of A. That's right. And P.
Wait.
All right. This is a confusing one we moved before.
Everything but
A or B.
everything but.
Yes.
I got a question.
Yes.
How come when it's A and B, you can't shade A and B?
Because it has to be both. So it's okay. One one circle is all the girls in the school.
Right.
One circle is all the teachers in the school. If I want to know who are all the girl teachers, girl and teacher in the middle. So when I say and a girl and a teacher, I can only include myself. You're not in it. Right, Maya? Because you're a girl, but you're not a teacher. Mr. Nowak's not in it because he's a teacher, but not a girl.
Move your head.
We're trying to make eye contact here. So we can talk. Does that make sense? Okay. All right. Not A or B. Could it be B?
Yeah.
Okay, so we shade B
P.
and all of P. Okay?
Don't say yourself that. It makes sense.
Not A or P and not A or B. They're included.
So
Wait.
So it's just what?
P.
P.
You should start out.
Where are you?
Do that for your 5th hour.
Okay.
Yeah, start on this paper.
Okay.
Stop.
The second hour freaked out when
You started with the second one.
I did the other one, but they freaked out when I moved to this. Okay.
This is easier.
Okay. 7. Be careful. Not A and B.
So wait. In the circles? So the middle.
So I can't do A. I know that, right?
So
You
the
can do the
middle
stuff
B.
in the middle.
So I'm just doing B.
What about P?
I'm not doing P because it says and, not or. Right? So I have to say just
Oh.
B.
So you're just
So-
in the middle.
Not girls and teachers. So I just
or
shade the
is more
teacher
open
sides.
And B is like.
Where 5 is like not girls or teachers. So I can. Okay. 8. Not A and B.
A and
So P.
No, middle.
Oh, middle and P.
What do I not shade? I just don't shade what's the union. I shade everything else.
Oh,
This
they're
is
not
A
A
and
and B.
This is not A
So they're
and
not
B.
together.
Right.
And
So not female teachers. So you can shade all the females, shade all the teachers, just not the ones that are both.
Did they? I don't think they had.
A lot easier.
So you could be shaded.
Right.
So I could be shaded
Yes.
in Miss McGregor.
Yes. And then all the boys. Okay? All right. Let's do some cool examples.
So do we have time?
All right. Of course.
All
right.
I didn't know you were supposed to pick up that one.
So, first thing I want you to do when we look at this picture is count how many little asterisks are in the whole thing.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1.
18.
18 total.
Okay.
Okay. What's the probability of picking one from A? How how many are in circle A?
1/3.
6, 7, 8, 9. 9 out of 18. Try it again.
Oh, wait. You said picking one from A though.
1 from A. Did I say it couldn't be in the union? I just said it has to be an A. Okay. 9 out of 18, 1/2. All right, let's look at B.
That's 1/2.
Great, 9 out of 18 is 1/2. Yeah. Probability of B. 7 out of what?
18.
18, good. Probability that it has to be A and B.
1/6.
Because it's 3 out of 18, which reduces to. Okay. Now we're going to get confusing.
It's now no, it's 5/9.
Oh wait,
I think I get it.
A
Or B.
or
10? Is it 10 over
B.
Oh wait, does that include the middle?
It's-
No,
All of
it's,
A and
it's
B.
5/9.
But does that include?
Five
So
over 9.
let's go back to our picture. Let's go back to our picture.
13 out of 18. That's all of A and B in the union, but just not P.
Right,
It's everything but P, right? And how many of them are in P?
13 or in P.
5.
So 18 minus 5 is 13.
Wait. Go over it again. Go over it again.
Okay. Remember, A or B means everything in here.
Okay.
Even
That's
middle?
what
But where did the 5
Because it's
I took away this from 18.
So you said 13?
Yep.
See, I told it right.
Okay. Not A
9 out of 18.
or 1/2. Not B.
Wait. How did you get 9?
It's because I counted all the ones not in A.
11/18.
11 over 18 is B. Counted all the ones not inside B.
Wait, for E?
For F.
Oh, well, wait.
Okay.
You were so fast.
I'm sorry. I'm backing up to E. Not
Can you move
A.
your paper over just a little bit so I can see it?
Not A. So I covered up all the ones in A and added them all up. That's how I got E. For all the ones in A. Okay?
Wait.
So, not B. I cover up all the ones in B. And I count all the rest. Okay? G. Not A or B. And B does not have not on.
So would it just be 4? Because it can't be A, so it can't be in the middle.
It can't be in the middle, so we've got 4, but it could also be P.
You add the
So
B.
9 over 18.
You add the B plus the P.
Okay, this one's, I don't know if we've done one like
I
this. A and not B. It has to be A, but can't be B. 6 over 18, good.
So if it says or, that includes P, but
Right.
if it says and, then it doesn't.
Why
in
is
the
it
first
six?
place?
Yeah, why can't you add
Because when you say
Why
it
did you
was kind of obvious.
Because it says it has to be in A,
When it says
but cannot be at all in B
Look at the
with the
Not
and.
A and B. Like underneath. You see how when it says not A and B, you only count B.
Okay,
Or if it was the opposite, you only count A.
let's look at 2 because I'm going to add a third circle.
Everything goes blank.
Number 2. Shh. First, I'm going to draw my sample space. A survey was done to show how many people visit the beach, go camping, and go on a water slide during the summer months. So here we go. I'm going to say camping,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
beach, water slide. Okay? When you write these numbers, you have to do them lightly and on the outside. Okay, so I'm going to switch to pencil. C, B, W. Camping, beach, water slide. Okay, now it says 35% went camping. 57% went to the beach. 20% went to the water slide. Okay, now I'm just going to read the next ones. 15 went camping and the beach. 8 went to the beach and the water slide. 5 went camping and the water slide, and 3 went to all 3. Okay? That 3 I can put right in the middle right away, I'm sure. The reason I can't put 35 in here because the total has to add up to 35. Okay? So now I'm going to back up. 3 went there. 5 went camping and the water slide. So that means 3% did all 3. So 5% should fit in this whole area. So that means only 2 goes right here.
5 minus 3.
5 minus 3. Yeah. Okay? 8 went to the beach and the water slide. So how many goes right here? 5. Good. So 3 plus 5 is 8%. Okay? All right. 15 went camping and the beach. Went camping and the beach. So how many goes right here? 12. Okay. Now, we have to take 35 minus these things to see how many people just went camping. So 35 minus 3 minus 2 minus 12 leaves us with 18 just went camping. Because it has to add up to 35. Okay? So this is 57. So I'm going to go 57 minus the 12 minus the 3 minus the 5. I get 37 right now. Okay? So this is 20, but this adds up to 5, so this is 10. Okay. All right. Went to the beach or went to the slide.
Wait, how'd you get 10 for water slide?
Because it says total of 20, this adds up to 10, so there's 10 left over. That doesn't include it, right? Because it's not part of my circle. Okay. So I want you guys to finish 2, and I want you to try all the ones in the back as well. Okay? That's your homework.